America's suburbs undergoing a transformation.
We're priced out of the market right now, and we're not the only ones.
The dream of owning the house with the white picket.
Wait a minute. Deradio, whatever that is with the cat. You said your rent is only $173. You must be on Section 8. You got to be on Section 8. That's the Section 8 rent. With that odd number, 173, you have to be on Section 8. Ain't no way in the world you can't be on nothing but a Section 8.
Fence increasingly giving way to white picket renters. In Lake Villa, Illinois, outside of Chicago, engineer Andrew Decker earns a six-figure salary and only wishes he and his fiancée could buy a home.
You could buy a house tomorrow if the price was right, if the interest rates were where they needed to be.
But mortgage rates are near 7% and home prices at record highs. Since the pandemic, the median single-family home price has soared almost $100,000, now topping $400,000. How is that changing the suburbs?
Well, basically what you see is that renting obviously is a much more economical option than buying. And developers have seen this trend that started in 2021 with COVID, and they've really built a surge of apartments.
According to new analysis.
Yeah, I jumped in at the right time. And I'm going to tell you, not only did I jump in at the right time, I jumped in at the right area. Everybody is moving into the Midwest because it's the most affordable in the United States of America. You can't go out west. You can't go south. You can't go east. Everybody is not necessarily built for Texas because nobody want to build a house in Bumble F wherever. And so you can't go to any of these places. And so now everybody is kind of moving to the Midwest, which I told y'all, I've been telling y'all for years. That where all of the money is in the Midwest. I have my first tenant that is moving out. Let me call you. Literally, she texted me right now. My first move out since I've been renting out properties. My first move out is in August. Can't believe it. Broke my heart. But the reason that she moving out is because all of her kids graduated. She's been renting to me for over 11 years. Over 11 years. All of their kids has graduated. Husband got a new job out of town. And so literally she just texted me and said that her final day, they moving out. They'll be out by August 1st. Rent. Because I've been under charging rent. Because the way that I kind of think about it is, K. Cooper says, whoa, AD double? Yes, absolutely double. But let me tell you why I'm doubling the rent, though. One of the things that she was communicating to me is that it was so difficult for her to find another place. And I said, well, why is it so hard for you to find another place? She said, because, Anton, every single thing that we've looked at is more than what we're paying right now. You have to remember, K. Cooper, what she's paying, what they're paying to me is the exact same thing that they've been paying for over 11, almost 12 years. So I've never increased the rent because my cost never went up. The only thing that ever changed was a slight bump in how much I was paying in property taxes. But other than that, because I don't have any mortgages, because I don't have a mortgage on the property, I've never had to pass along any costs. So they've been basically paying the same thing that they have been paying since they first got there over 11, 12 years ago. The cost of doing business is different. And so, you know, I had done a little bit of research. And so she was telling me that properties that's not even remotely in a better area, because all my properties in really great areas that don't even have great school districts, is in some of the dustiest places ever. She was basically telling me like, yo, they charging more than you charging. I said, wait a minute, they charging over there in the hood? She was like, Anton, they charging over there in the hood. They charging a crazy amount of money. And so it took her almost a year to be able to find a place to move into that's much smaller, that has a smaller footprint or whatever. And so I'm about to put like $125,000 into it. I got a new roof going up on the property. in like a week. And then we doing the whole outside, getting new concrete, new windows all around, new hardwood floors, and I'm gonna redo the master bathroom and all of that stuff. So I'm putting like $125,000 into the property, and then I'm gonna double the rent. So the house is huge, it's massive. You know what I'm saying? So it's 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, and I have been charging well under. I'll just say this: I have been charging well under $2,000 a month in rent for that property. If y'all having problems with the audio, just leave and come back. It's on YouTube side. It's not on my side. You said it seems excessive. How can you say it's excessive when you don't even know the details of it? How is it excessive? The market rate for that, I'll still be under the market rate for that area, but then I never increase the price of rent for the entire time that you're there. Yeah, it's in a very, very high-end neighborhood. It's 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. It's a massive property. It's massive. It got a full deck in the backyard. Got a lot of land. It backs up to the lake. So the backyard is actually connected to the lake, and then people be canoeing and they be jumping on the boats and stuff back there. And so I'm still undervaluing the property, but I still pass the savings over to whoever it is rents it out. Because I want to make sure that I add value. You know what I'm saying? So I only let them live there for that amount. Because they was loyal and they always was a good people. So somebody said it's still Detroit. No, it's actually not in Detroit. So I don't really know. But what am I doing? Why am I responding to people that don't have no profile photo? Let me stop. But anyways, yeah, it's massive. It is massive. So it's probably gonna take me 2-3 months to get everything done. Like I said, I don't have no mortgage, so I'm not really tripping about it. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna have it popping off, and we're gonna update everything. I'm doing a new driveway, new everything. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be gorgeous. But that's probably not gonna come online until sometime in the fall. And then I also got other properties that I'm building right now also. So
Analysis of census data, renting in the burbs is surging so much, 203 suburbs across the country are now majority home renter rather than homeowner. In 15 suburbs, the number of renter households more than doubled between 2018 and 2023.
I don't see any end in sight. I really don't. And I foresee it getting worse and worse over the next 5 years.
Renters like Andrew.
Let me see if I can switch over real quick, because I switched over to one thing. Let me see if I can switch over, and maybe that'll help y'all sound. Y'all might have to leave and come back. So you might have to leave and come back, all right?
Andrew Decker left wondering how they'll ever be able to buy their piece of the American dream. Christine Romans, NBC.
It's near there. It's near Orchard Lake. I think that for most people, renting makes sense. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on what you want. But getting a mortgage is not for everybody. Doing 30-year payments, thinking that you're making some headway, is not for everybody, because the true cost of it is not sustainable. You don't know the additional costs that come along with that. Most people don't take into consideration the maintenance and the property taxes. And, a lot of times you'll be messed up when it comes to fixing everything up. And if something breaks and you got to put a new roof, putting a new roof on that house is costing me a little over $20,000. Hey, love.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm good. A lot going on.
Everything is cool?
Yeah, everything is cool. It's just I need another one of me. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys need to paint, then that's one thing. If you don't have to paint, then that's cool too.
To what, to paint?
Yeah.
No, we're painting. It's fine.
You
I
sure?
mean, at least at least the parts that like there's some paints that Justin already did, but he still has like the cuttings to do just to match and things like that. But he's gonna go through. But he says that we need to have most of this stuff out of here in order for him to just to tackle everything at once, because that's how he works.
No, that's
So
cool. Well, I'm glad that you
yeah,
guys found something. I gave you guys some glowing remarks yesterday. So
yeah, it's tough. It's finally someplace that accepted the dogs too, because that was a big issue. Nobody
yeah.
was wanting dogs, and they seem like nice people.
No, that's cool. Okay. So do you want me to give you the security deposit back, or you just want to apply it to the final month?
That's what I'm saying. It's like the same thing, right? It was the same amount. So I figured, do you want to just put it for the last month?
Yeah, that's up to y'all. Whatever is most convenient for you guys.
Yeah, that's fine. I just put it towards the next month, and then it ends up being the same thing. So
Yeah.
you don't have to give it back, and we don't have to pay. So it just scratches it off.
All right. Well, listen, you guys
okay
are
with that?
awesome. Yeah, no, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You know me. I'm easygoing.
Thank you. Okay, you guys are awesome too. I mean, you guys were the best. So, like I said, it's like a bittersweet. We do this because we have to, but I just wouldn't be able to pay for this by myself, because he's moving and he has to take care of the stuff in Tennessee.
Yep.
And I'll be paying the bills here by myself. So we don't need this big ass house either.
Yeah, it is massive.
It's beautiful. We love it, and I love some of the neighbors here, and it's just you're not gonna have any trouble renting, and I hope the next family is good to you too. So
No, you guys were awesome. I mean, we've been working with each other for over 10, 11 years. So
yeah. I know.
all right. Well, if you guys need anything, let me know, and I'm here for you. You might have before August. You might have some people coming by. I'll try to keep you guys in the loop, because the roofers has got to come by, and then some different work that's gonna be happening to it. So
Okay, and I know you we're like checking on time here. I know you're probably gonna want to start showing the place soon.
no, I'm gonna wait, because I'm gonna do I'm gonna do some other work to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'll probably wait.
Okay.
And
Anything
then
that we can help, or is there something that you're gonna change that we don't need to do?
I'm not sure yet. I gotta come by there probably sometime this week and just kind of see on the outside and see what all I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna play it by ear from there.
Oh, on the outside. Okay, I was mostly talking about the inside.
Oh no, just outside. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Alrighty.
All right, love. Let me know if you need anything.
Okay, I'll keep you in check with the progress here. I'll keep letting you know what's going on.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye. Yeah. I'm gonna miss them. They have been really, really great to the movement. So, but it's a huge. I got some pretty massive, awesome properties, so it's gonna be pretty awesome. But yeah, man, I think that it's okay for people to rent. I think that renting is a good thing, depending on what your circumstance is. I think that renting could be a very, very good thing. Let me move over and I'm gonna see what's going on with this real quick. This cost of transportation is getting harder to afford. Now, housing is one thing, but transportation is a completely different conversation. I think that people have a lot of self-inflicted wounds when it comes to transportation.
America's affordability crisis is getting worse. Average Americans are struggling to afford rent, groceries, or even transportation. In tonight's In Depth, CBS's Elise Preston reports on the economic struggle many face.
For Francesco Andrade, he rides his bike, hops on a train, and then takes a bus every day.
So an hour and a half each way?
Yeah, half an hour to get just to downtown to get to the train station. And then another half an hour just from the train station to get here. And then I take the bus and I'll take me straight to my job. I would do this journey every day just to get my family, through.
His 20-mile journey was easier when...
Look at her. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me get some Wagoneer.
day just to get my family, through.
His 20
Cameraman knew what he was doing. Cameraman knew what he
mile
was doing.
journey was easier when he had a car, but after a crash, fixing it just cost too much.
It's almost like a struggle every paycheck.
Andrade.
Somebody said Anton rents too. I do. I have a corporate apartment that I use for downtown. It is a business apartment. It is in my business name. And it is an expense that I have to make sure that I get clients in and out, that we use it from a corporate perspective. We use it for events. We use it for marketing. We do a lot of live streaming in front of it. So it really is a corporate apartment. We use it for business purposes only. And then we have properties that we stay in. So I think that renting can be awesome. But I also believe that I have this philosophy that you rent where you stay and you buy what you rent. You rent where you stay and then you buy what you rent, right? Everything got to be looked at from a business perspective. I look at houses as a business. I don't look at it. I look at it as an income producing business. I don't look at it as somewhere where I need to make a home. Home is wherever I'm laying my head in at that particular time. So renting is a good thing for me.
Is the sole provider for his family. To cut down on childcare costs, his wife stays at home with their young son.
It's heart-wrenching, because it makes me feel like I'm not enough, as a human, like I'm not really doing much.
Their struggle mirrors millions.
It's coming
One
soon,
in three
Macy.
California families cannot make ends meet or afford basic needs like rent.
Most places in the world, all right, we're spoiled here in America. A lot of people don't realize how spoiled we are. We are very, very, very spoiled here in America. Most places don't expect for every single person in a household to have a car. If you go and you travel even throughout the United States of America, most people share a car if they have one, and they don't even use it. They pay it off. They use it when they have to, but most instances, they figure out a way for them to get back and forth to wherever they got to go mobily. So, like in the world, most people drive scooters. In the world, most people drive scooters. That's just the honest to God truth. Most people have a bike. Most people use scooters, and that's the way that they get around. All throughout the world, most countries that you go to, they will have scooters. And scooters, and now they have an electric bikes and electric scooters, so it's even more efficient. And they double the use of it. They do deliveries and they do gig work on it. And then they also, make sure that they get to and from where they got to go and back to work. I was so surprised when I went over to, where was Leslie's competition? It was somewhere in the Dominican Republic, and they had scooters. Like you can get on the back of somebody's scooter as like a Uber. You can get on the back of somebody's thing as a scooter. I'm like, what? What do you mean you can get on the back of it like a scooter? You could get on the back of somebody's scooter like an Uber. Yep, absolutely. So, we're spoiled with these cars. We think that we should have them because everybody has them, and we're trying to support an industry and make sure that the industry keep booming and all of that stuff. But you do not require, it is not necessary for you to have a car. If I wasn't traveling back and forth from the suburbs and back and all of that stuff, I wouldn't even need a car. If it was just me, for example, or if it was just me and my girl and we living here downtown or whatever, we wouldn't need one. You could live, work, and play all in the same area. Mobile, I know here in downtown Detroit, the People Mover is free. The Q Line is free. You can literally get to and from wherever you go free. And we don't walk. And that's because everybody had this mass migration out to the suburbs. A lot of people used to walk. I know we talked about it, Rod. A lot of people used to walk and catch some form of public transportation, riding bikes and stuff like that. Now we all spoiled and we all, require it.
Groceries and gas. United Way CEO Pete Monzo says the striking numbers are just a snapshot of a national problem.
It's a crisis we've been living with. It's like we're running a high fever, right? We have
Not getting any box without a ride, AD. Well, that sucks to be you. That just means that you ain't got no motion. Because if she like you, she coming no matter what. If she like you, she coming no matter what. If you gotta be super all of this, cause look, you gonna be the man whether you have just because I can afford a car don't mean that I want one. Just because I can afford a car don't mean that I want one. If you that pressed for box that you willing to overpay for something that you can't afford in order to get it, then that sucks to be you.
Too many households where people are working hard and they can't earn a decent
Facts,
standard of living.
One of the biggest challenges, access to transportation. AAA says the cost of owning a new car, payments, insurance, maintenance, and fuel is more than $12,000
I bet you she will, Kevin.
a year for the.
Think about how much money you can save. The cost of owning a new car payment, interest, insurance, maintenance, fuel, if you bust a tire, all of that stuff. Man, I'm telling you, bro, so much of our income, so much of our money is being taken up by cars. So much of our money and so much of our income. If I was coaching somebody right now and they say, Anton, these are all of my expenses, the very first thing that I would tell them to do is to figure out how they can get rid of it. Can you get rid of your car? Can you get back and forth to and from? Most people is not going to do it because why? That's just what they're used to. But if you can make the adjustment and you actually can cut out a car, you probably can thrive. You can kill it. You can kill it. You can absolutely kill it. Most people just don't need a new car. Some people just need to go and buy a paid off used car. But you know us, we got to upgrade. We got to stunt. We got to make the adjustments. We got to do all of that, right? Then you got gas. Then you tricking, and so you got to pick her up, and then you also want to prove to her that you the man. So you're going to go to the local grocery store and buy her some flowers, and then you're going to go out there and spend some money in order to entertain her and show her that you the man. You can't keep that up. You can't keep that up because when y'all start moving in together, then she going to be like, wait a minute, what was all of this whining and dining and you taking me out? Having your car clean before you come and pick me up. He got you now, though, boo. He got you now, though, boo. I'm telling you, if you can figure out a way to get rid of that car, you'll save your whole life.